Hi, I'm back with a CD comparison video. Thanks for joining me. I have two CDs from what I would call the dark wave genre, alternative rock, of the late 80s. The first CD is Xymox, Twist of Shadows. Right here is the t-shirt, so I might be showing my bias. And that's going to go against Sisters of Mercy, Floodland, their second release from 1987. Twist of Shadows came out in 1989 from Xymox or Clan of Xymox. What I like to do in these videos, I've only done a few of them, is pick two albums that, for the most part, I like. Pretty much both of these I do like. And hopefully, I do pick these ahead of time, that they have kind of like the same amount of tracks. They both have 10 tracks. And I do a track comparison. Track 1 of Twist of Shadows and track 1 of Floodland. And I'll just, pick what I like better. It's my opinion. Nothing more than that. Very unscientific. Just a little background on Xymox and Sisters. Go to Wikipedia because I'm not going to, write anything down. I think this is a trio from the Netherlands, maybe. And they're, goth dance, they're like that. They're not I wouldn't call them like a Depeche Mode. The singer and the other band members are a little bit more gothier. Sisters of Mercy, on the other hand, they use more guitar. I guess that'd be the difference, where these guys really don't. And this is probably my favorite release from them. And there are a lot of tracks I don't like from Sisters. And also, you might remember, this was one of my wall videos, which now I renamed a lot of my past videos. But this was probably around like part 24, 25, where I would talk about CDs that I would have on the wall of my room, which were denoted that they were my favorites. I like them, just like a personal thing. So this was on my wall, whereas Twist of Shadows, or actually nothing from Xymox was on my wall. So briefly, a little bit about the bands. Okay, so let's start. Again, I don't know where this is going to go. We're just going to have fun. In case you don't know anything about Floodland right here, the first track, Dominion, Mother Russia, it's basically one track, even though there's a slash in between the two titles, but it's basically played as one track, and so that's how I'm going to do it here. So Dominion, Mother Russia starts off with that iconic drum. Very, very iconic. It's about a 7-minute track altogether. And that is against, Eveline off of this album, which is completely different than Dominion, Mother Russia. So if I had to pick which is the better song, and Eveline is really good. What do I like from there? The intro of Eveline has that keyboard riff that's very, in your face and kind of loud, and it just presents itself really well. And how does that go? It's very, it's very like Peter Murphy. It's very, low voice. I don't know the lyrics, even though they're here. Yeah, just the way he says Eveline, where I would think it's Evelyn, he says Eveline. But okay, anyway, what am I gonna pick? I'm gonna pick. Oh my, because I like both, and I don't even want to say a tie, because that's lame. I'm going to go with Eveline because Dominion, Mother Russia, it's long, and at the end of 5 minutes, he kind of just like talking about, it's a lot of repeating, basically. Mother Russia rain down, Mother Russia rain down. So, they could have made that shorter, and we'll get to that a little bit later with songs they could have done shorter. But you know what I'm getting at with that. Obsession. great. This is Xymox against Flood 1 off Sisters of Mercy, and I'm going to pick Obsession. For whatever reason, Obsession and Craving, they sound the same. I can't think of how Obsession goes. Anyway, Lucretia is next, which was a single, also known as Lucretia, My Reflection, Dance the Ghost with Me. That's another one that had a heavy bass line that I loved, playing, just like, I'm not a great bass player, but I would always like to play around with it. Do 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 do. I hear the roar of the big machine. Do 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 do. Very good. And Craving, which is one of my favorites off Twist of Shadows. There is this killing game. My head will roll. But one thing about Craving, it takes a long time. It's almost 6 minutes for it to finally get to, the main, part of that song, because it's kind of like 1:30. It's like it's very slow build up. And I don't want to, put that against it, but it's just a slow build up in that song. So Lucretia or Craving? The club DJ in me would Lucretia is far more popular than Craving, but that doesn't mean it's a better song. It's just more popular. I'm gonna go with Craving. I'll just say Craving. Next, Blind Hearts or 1959. I'm gonna go with Blind Hearts. There's a different version of Blind Hearts and A Million Things when I get to it on Medusa, and I don't remember which one's longer or shorter, but there are two different versions. Blind Hearts, great song. 1959, I really don't remember that one. I must skip that. Nothing sticks out with that. Next, this is an easy one. The River, which I think is probably one of my least favorite, and This Corrosion, all 10 minutes and whatever seconds of This Corrosion. If you've never heard This Corrosion, the full version, if you're watching this video, I guess you know what that song sounds like. So, you know it. Back in the day, we used to play the whole version, I guess, but now we don't. No one that old goes out dancing anymore. So if I ever play it, we'll show the video, and it's a 4-minute version. But anyway, hey now, sing This Corrosion to me for about 6 minutes. Okay? But that's still going to win because it's still going to beat The River. So This Corrosion, probably one of the most famous Sisters of Mercy songs. Next, Flood 2 or A Million Things. I'm going to pick Flood 2. It's probably my favorite off Floodland. Flood 2, what's a line from there? That, I can't think of any lyrics, but that synth line, do near, yeah, very good. Flood! I'm upset I can't remember any words to that. Oh yeah, the hallway moves, that's right. And the hallway moves like the sea. Very underrated drumming in Floodland. That's another thing that sticks out. The drumming, or the drum machine, or I think it's probably a drum machine. Next, Driven Like the Snow or Tonight. Driven Like the Snow, probably my second favorite on there. And Tonight, yeah, I don't really know. That might be a slower one. Driven Like the Snow, yeah. That's another one with a long build-up, and again, the drum machine on that song is really good. I know he swears on it, and I used to play it on the radio, but I don't care. Unless you know what he's saying. Who cares? I used to play it. No one said anything because who's going to say anything? I heard it on, radio stations with higher wattages, and nothing was bleeped. So, whatever. And it's not anything you would hear anymore on the radio, but anyway. Driven Like the Snow is good. Neverland or Imagination. Of course, I'm going to pick Imagination. It was the single, probably the most famous Xymox track. I remember saying in my first video, I still remember, over a year ago, it was a hit. It was a club hit in 1989. Female singer takes the role on that. I don't know her name. Imagination. takes the shadow away. Yeah. I just played it like 2 weeks ago at the club, and the only one who would ever dance to it, people near 40 or over are dancing to it because that's just the core audience that would know that. Next, I have to admit, the last two tracks on both albums I'm unfamiliar. I'm unfamiliar with Torch and Colors and In This City and Clementina. So Torch or In This City, I'm gonna pick Torch because I just listened to In This City just to remind myself of it, and frankly, it sounded like a lot like Obsession, like the same chords were used, or it sounded very similar in some parts to Obsession. So I'm going to pick Torch, and again, I'm not even paying attention, so I'm going to rewatch the video and then find out who won, but I think it's pretty close. And then lastly, Colors versus Clementina. I'm going to go with Colors. It reminded me of the last track on Joy Division's Closer release. It was, kind of longer. It just had that feel to it, and Clementina is good. Like I said, like this album is very good. Even if I'm saying, well, it's not, if I diss a couple, a track, it doesn't mean it's like the worst thing ever. It's just that, with these CD comparison videos and track by track comparison videos, I'm comparing some of my all-time favorites. I don't want to say all-time. I'll give you a number. Maybe top 30, top 35 of my collection. So they're always going to be, up there if I'm going to take the time to do a video like this. So what did I pick? Colors or Clementina? I'm going to pick Colors for that one, that last track. Okay. I think that's everything I wanted to say. So again, Floodland versus Xymox Twist of Shadows. If I had to pick overall, and I know I'm repeating myself in my previous videos, I would absolutely pick Xymox's discography over Sisters of Mercy. CDs like their first one. The one Creatures I didn't like, but their first one is good with A Stranger and Just One Day, Muscovite Mosquito, and then you have Medusa, that album from 1986 with the title track, Louise and Agonized by Love, and Back from More, or something with back in it, Back Door. So this is my opinion on this genre. Other artists like this that are a little more underground that I don't have a lot of anything from. Mission UK, Fields of Nephilium, what else? Yeah, those are the I guess I don't want to call them popular, but those are just bands like that, very goth. Peter Murphy. I'll lump him into that. It's more popular. Yeah. Okay. So thanks for watching this video. I'll try to think of more comparison videos. If you actually, if you have your own opinions on this, please use the comment section to state your own opinion. Tell me I'm completely wrong, or you agree with me, or do you want me to do certain videos and compare them that maybe they don't even go together? I don't know. You tell me. I'm open for any idea. All right. Thank you for watching. I'll talk to you later.